Hi, it's Tisha with Wave Electronics, and I'm interrupting your day with the special Wave Talks announcement that the Elura commercial audio mixer amp is finally here. And they're on the trucks right now. They're headed to the facility. And I got the man to tell us all about it. This is Chris Parvin. He is the executive director of Wave Electronics in marketing. Chris,
Yep.
hey, how are you, friend? Are you just so excited about the news? I know this has been like highly anticipated.
It's not just me, it's everybody at Wave Electronics and, several hundred of our dealers. As you know, when we broke into Ainsley's office and
I
took a
know.
peek at I guess Ainsley would probably call it the prototype of the mixer amp. We established a VIP sign up for dealers to kind of get in front of normal inventory. And that's what the guys are doing right now. They're packing those orders so that when this officially releases, in the hours to come, we're totally jazzed. Partly because, and I have some notes here, but I've been telling this story for so long, I probably don't need them. But
You don't need the notes, Chris. Just talk
right,
about it. Yeah, tell us.
this is the mixer amp, which allows a commercial or a light commercial install, like a doctor's office, a lawyer's office, a coffee shop, somewhere where you just need, a dozen, maybe a little less, maybe a little more speakers installed on one control. So, this piece of equipment can either go, in the back where it's hands off for the customers that are in the business. Or it can be right out front if it's a bar and you want to be able to tweak it during the day. But what's important is that this is 70 volts, which means it's got 70 volt, 100 volt, 16 ohm, 8 ohm. This is the final piece that allows Elura Green Label to be a full 70 volt commercial line. So highly anticipated. And we're a little excited that it is hours from being out to our dealers.
So that is pretty powerful. Now, you mentioned something. You said green label, and I know we have a lot of newbies. Can you tell us, what does green label mean?
Yeah, it's a good question. If dealers have not been a part of the Wave family, then the colored labels might be new to them, but configuration and the application. So there's a black label, for instance, which is a little lesser budget, and it's designed for contractors that really are on tight margins when they're speccing a job. But then from black label, there's blue label, there's red label. And to identify this as specifically kind of non-residential, it's commercial. So it runs on the 70 volt output power, variety of outputs, 70, 100 volts, plus then 16, 8 ohm. And the dealers will understand that. But we decided to call it green label, partly because it looks fantastic. This is the box from the Beast. This is the 8-inch two-way surface mount. So back to your question, if they're a newbie, if a dealer hasn't done business with Wave, get to WaveU. That's our educational site on our website. Everything about commercial is there. There's some previous Wave Talks podcasts with Tim Eberts, one of our specialists in commercial audio, and a lot of knowledge there. Then besides WaveU, there's an application so a dealer can sign up if they're brand new. And if they're a current dealer and they didn't maybe jump on the VIP, get your order in now, because as we have learned since you and I kind of started the news about the green label and 70 volt, this beast has sold out a couple of times. As a matter of fact, all of the branches have the commercial audio installed. So when I say installed, this is not the kind of product that you just put it on a piece of furniture.
Right.
You walk in the warehouse and you look up 20 feet and the pendant full range speakers, the pendant subwoofers inside the building, the in-ceiling speakers, the surface mount are installed on. It is all within a Wave branch. So our dealers can go in and just experience what it sounds like, and B, they can bring their customers maybe before they need to spec it. If a customer's like, well, what is it going to sound like?
Yeah.
It's no different than everything else we've done with Wave Electronics around top level service for our dealers, because our dealers don't typically have a showroom. they don't have a place to bring customers in, sit them down and say, this is the product that I'm recommending. They can meet them at any of the branches, go out in the warehouse and think, this is what we're going to do to your bar, or this is what we're going to put in your office.
I do have a question. So
Yeah.
what does the music sound like? Because I'm
Oh,
thinking that this is like you think you're this in the parking lot
yeah.
because it's such a
Yeah.
beast of a machine.
Yeah. And it's an interesting way you ask that question, because there is an argument, let's say, that
Uh-huh.
if it's a restaurant, well, it's just background music. I don't care about sound quality. But you can't believe how unbelievable this sounds. And I will bet that most of the customers that ultimately put this into their restaurants and into their bars, the music is going to be something that's a little more celebrated. And I will tell you another fun fact about this surface mount speaker. They are on the exterior of most of our buildings, except one or two because of a landlord issue.
Uh-huh.
But we had one landlord get complaints from another tenant that, well, they're just too loud. So sad for them, because in
Right.
another town at a different branch, the furniture company that comes in at 4 a.m, they ask if they could have access so that they could have the music on in the parking lot when they're working, prepping their trucks for the day.
Who doesn't want music while they're prepping for the day? This sounds like the
Yeah.
most amazing
Yeah.
machine that people could put into their building. So
Yeah.
awesome stuff. So you can order it
Yeah.
right now, and tell us how you order
Yeah.
it one more time.
Back to the website, wave-electronic. Dealers that are already a dealer, just get onto the link for the mixer amp under Elura 70-volt green label. There's lots of paths to find the product. But more importantly, a new dealer that needs to join the Wave Electronics family, there's a tab, sign up to be a new dealer. If it's a dealer that we've been doing business with, they know how to get a hold of the branches that are across the United States. And we have some virtual branches that serve the rest of the country. So those dealers know how to get on. They just need to call up and say, Mixer Amp now.
Mixer Amp right now. Well, thank you so much, Chris. Thank you for sharing the news with us and all about the features of the Elura commercial audio mixer amp.
It's always important to have good product shipment interruptions.